Narration is something that should enrich your story. Now, in some mediums like film, narration can be a sign that the story is a bit weak. So for example, in the original Blade Runner, which is a film that I love, they were concerned in post-production that the story wasn't clear enough. So they added a voiceover in post, which the director, Ridley Scott, was not a fan of. And the version I watched for the record didn't have the voiceover because it was an edited director's version, and I thought it was fine. So prose writers can also have this issue, because narration can often stink of telling, right? Like, oh, a thing happened that my readers didn't understand, I better just have someone come along and tell them what happened so that it's clear. That can be a sign of weak writing. It can stink of telling and not showing, and it can make readers feel stupid because the author isn't treating them with respect. However, narration can also have a lot of benefits. And one of those big benefits is this idea of counterpoint. As Robert McKee says in Dialogue, fantastic book, rather than using a narrator to tell the tale, some writers fully dramatize their story, then appoint a narrator to contradict or ironize its themes. This comes back to another theme of Robert McKee's, which he explains in Story, where he says that this idea of contradiction and having characters that do something different to what they say they're going to do, or who act in a way that is different in one situation with one group of people compared to another, this idea of contradiction can actually create complexity and interesting characters. And this is where narration can come into play as a great element. Because when characters say something, for instance, their narration internally is going, oh, I hate you, Sally. But then the reality of what they're saying is, oh yeah, I really like you, Sally. You've instantly got some interesting contradiction there that's going to create conflict. So when characters say something but think the opposite, they become realistic. Because let's face it, like, we've done that a lot. Counterpoint narration, this idea of having the narrator say something which is different to how the character is actually behaving, can enhance and enrich your story. That's our episode. Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe. New episodes every weekday. See you next time.